The English Dreamcast, a podcast.
Jack, good morning, Rose. Today we are diving deep into our daily lives. I believe that how we start our morning defines our whole day. For me, it starts with silence. I sit for 10 minutes without my phone. It helps me focus. What about you?
That is a great habit, Jack. My morning is a bit more loud. The first thing I do is play some soft instrumental music. Then I drink a liter of water. I feel that our body is like a plant. It needs water to wake up after a long night.
A liter of water. That's impressive. I usually go straight for coffee. But I realize that coffee might give me a quick boost, but water gives long-term energy. I should try your method. Do you exercise as well?
Yes, but nothing heavy. I do some simple stretching for 15 minutes. It removes the stiffness from my body. I think beginners often feel they need to go to the gym for an hour, but even 15 minutes at home is a huge win.
I agree. Consistency is more important than intensity. I've started walking in my garden for 10 minutes. The fresh air and the green color of the leaves make me feel connected to nature before I start my digital work.
Exactly. Nature is the best medicine. So, listeners, our first tip for you is create a small morning ritual that does not involve a screen. Whether it's water, music, or a short walk, give yourself that time.
Now, let's talk about the difficult part, work. Most of our listeners are students or employees. For me, the biggest challenge is staying focused. My phone is always buzzing with notifications. How do you handle distractions, Rose?
I use a technique called deep work. I turn off all notifications and put my phone in another room for 1 hour. During that hour, I only focus on one task. It's amazing how much you can finish when you are not checking WhatsApp every 5 minutes.
I struggle with that. I always feel I might miss an important message. But you're right, most messages can wait. I've also noticed that taking a break is important. If I work for 3 hours without stopping, my brain gets tired and I make mistakes.
That's true. Our brain is like a muscle. It needs rest. I follow the Pomodoro style, 50 minutes of work and 10 minutes of rest. During the rest, I don't look at a screen. I just look out the window or make a cup of tea.
I will try that today. Also, I've started writing a to-do list the night before. It saves me so much time in the morning because I don't have to think about what to do first. I just look at the list and start.
Writing it down is like giving a command to your brain. It reduces stress because you don't have to remember everything. So, tip number 2, plan your day and protect your focus time.
After a long day of work, I used to just collapse on the sofa and watch TV until I fell asleep. But I felt very tired the next morning. Now, I try to have a digital sunset. I turn off my laptop by 7 p.m.
A digital sunset, I love that name. My evening is for my hobbies. I spend 30 minutes in my kitchen. Cooking is not a chore for me, it's a way to relax. The smell of spices and the process of chopping helps me forget work.
I wish I could cook like you. For me, relaxation is listening to an audiobook or some calm jazz. It helps my mind slow down. I also make sure to have dinner at least 2 hours before I go to bed.
That is very important for digestion. If we eat and sleep immediately, our body spends the whole night working on the food instead of resting. I also like to spend some time talking to my family without any gadgets nearby.
Yes, real conversation is becoming rare these days. We are all in the same room but looking at different worlds on our phones. Spending 30 minutes of quality time with loved ones is a great way to end the day happily.
It really is. And before I close my eyes, I think of one thing I am grateful for. It could be a good meal or a kind word from a friend. Ending the day with gratitude leads to very peaceful dreams.
Rose, we often talk about work, but what about self-growth? I believe that if we stop learning, we stop growing. Every day, I try to spend 30 minutes learning something new. Lately, I have been practicing a new language. It's hard, but it's exciting.
I completely agree, Jack. Personal growth is like fuel for the soul. I don't learn a new language every day, but I do read a lot. I try to read at least 10 pages of a nonfiction book daily. It opens my mind to new ideas that I never thought of before.
10 pages a day is a great goal. That's about 300 pages a month, basically a whole book. For our listeners who want to improve their English, I suggest they listen to one podcast and write down 5 new words. That is a small but powerful step.
Exactly. Many people think they need to study for hours, but that's not true. It's better to study for 15 minutes every single day than to study for 5 hours once a week. Small steps lead to big changes over time.
True. I also use dead time for learning. For example, when I am waiting for the bus or standing in a queue, I listen to an educational video instead of scrolling through social media. It turns boring time into learning time.
That is a smart tip. So, tip number 4 for our dreamers. Never let a day pass without learning something new. It keeps your brain young and your dreams alive.
Let's talk about people. Humans are social beings, but in our busy daily lives, we sometimes forget our friends and family. I noticed that I was only texting my friends, not calling them. So, I started a Sunday call habit.
That's a lovely habit, Jack. Technology is good, but hearing someone's voice is much better than reading a text. For me, social life is about quality over quantity. Have a small circle of friends, but we support each other deeply.
I agree. It's not about how many friends you have on Facebook, it's about who you can call at 2 a.m. if you have a problem. In my daily life, I try to have at least one meaningful conversation every day, not about work, but about life.
That helps emotional health. Also, being kind to strangers is part of a good daily life. Just smiling at the person who delivers your food or saying thank you to the bus driver can make your day and their day better.
It's true. Kindness is free, but it's very valuable. I've noticed that when I am kind to others, I feel happier inside. It's like a positive energy circle. Our daily life is not just about us, it's about the people around us too.
Well said. So, tip number 5, connect with someone today. Call a friend or share a smile with a stranger. It makes your daily life much richer.
We are reaching the end of our hour. The final part of a good daily life is reflection. Before I go to sleep, I ask myself, what went well today, and what can I do better tomorrow? This helps me avoid making the same mistakes.
I do something similar, Jack. I call it a brain dump. I write down everything that is worrying me on a piece of paper. Once it's on paper, it's out of my head. This helps me sleep without any stress or overthinking.
That's a great idea for people who struggle with sleep. I also prepare my clothes and my bag for the next day. It sounds simple, but it makes my next morning so much smoother. I don't have to rush or worry about small things.
Preparation is the key to a stress-free life. My final ritual is gratitude. I think of 3 small things I am thankful for. Today, I am thankful for this conversation with you and for all our wonderful listeners who spent an hour with us.
Me too, Rose. It has been a wonderful hour. To our listeners, remember that your daily life is actually your real life. Don't wait for the weekend to be happy. Find joy in your small daily habits.
Perfect ending, Jack. Thank you everyone for joining the English Dreamcast. Keep practicing, keep dreaming, and we will see you in the next episode. Good night or have a great day ahead.